Morning.
Tuesday, all the good stuff.
All that good stuff. What is it? It's
Tuesday.
April 11th in the 2023 year of our Lord Jesus Christ. Bada boom, we are here. We are here, everybody. NBA Tuesday. Actually, it's going to be an NBA all-league. Usually we do an NBA Tuesday. It's the Eastern Conference thing. But we're going to get away from that today because it's the end of the season. End of the season, right? It's done. All done. So we don't have to worry about the East-West thing anymore. Now we're just going to talk about who made it in and who made it out, who's going to go forward and who's going to go backwards, and all that good stuff. But thanks to you, remember, you are the most important person in sports. And from that, let's move on and on and on. How are we sounding out there, Mr. James?
You're good. You're good.
We're good? All right, then let's get cracking, baby. I got the first one.
There you go.
Your Boston Celtics. My Celtics, your Celtics, everybody's Celtics. The Celtics are the favorite team in the world. They draw more attention than the Lakers, than Miami, than Houston put together. They are worldwide. They are around the globe. From Bill Russell to Jason Tatum, they are known. And Jason Tatum actually led the league in points. No, actually, he did 30 points a game. He was first Celtic in history to average 30 points a game. He did it. He scored the most points in the league. Didn't know that, did you? Yes, he did. Okay. Well, the Atlanta Hawks traveled to Boston on Sunday. They played the Boston Celtics. Oh, actually, they played the Boston Celtics backups, and they lost. Yes, they did. They lost. They still lost. 114 to 120, 114 to 120. The Celtics backups beat them with Peyton Pritchard leading the way. Yes, Peyton Pritchard came out of his closet and scored 30 points, had 14 rebounds and 11 assists. He just went crazy on them. He went wild. He just got nuts, and they couldn't stop him. And he was helped by Sam Hauser. So let's just go through the losers first. That would be the Hawks. Mr. Okongwu scored 10 points. Yeah, in 26 minutes. He didn't do too much. It was his last game. Actually, he gets to play again tonight when they play the Heat. A.J. Griffin, 29 minutes, 13 points. DeAndre Hunter, 17 minutes, 14 points. Sadiq Bey, not a very good game for Mr. Bey. 15 minutes, 9 points. And Aaron Holiday, one of the Holiday brothers. You got Giroux, Aaron, and there's another one. He's actually on this team, but we won't go there. Let it go. He played 31 minutes and got 7 points, and that's the reason why you don't know his brother's name, because anyway. They had 61 points from the bench. Bruno Fernando looked like a beast out there. 22 minutes, 8 for 11, 19 points. Jalen Johnson, 19 minutes, 15 points. And Gary Matthews played 26 minutes and got 19 points. Total of 114 points. So actually the bench scored more points than the starters. Trae Young did not play. Coach's decision. Let's get on to the Boston Celtics, soon to be the NBA champions of the season. That's right, Blake Griffin, the mighty Blake Griffin, used to jump over cars. Now he's lucky if he can jump over a step. But he played 5 minutes and got 3 points. Sam, Blake, we love you. Listen, I'm just making a joke there. If you hear this, don't take it personally because it's not meant to be. You know what? You did a great job, all right? And all kidding aside, really, you did a fantastic job. This team probably would not be where they were if it wasn't for you being on this team this year. So thank you very much. Sam Hauser came out to play 38 minutes, 26 points, and 3 dunks. Was it 3 dunks? No, I think he did that on Houston the night before. But anyway, Sam Hauser was out there, got 26 points. Mike Muscala, 33 minutes, 27 points. Derek White took the night off. Even though he played 5 minutes, he got 3 points. And Peyton Pritchard, he played 46 minutes, almost every minute of the game. He only did not play 2 minutes, and he scored 30 points and, again, scored a triple-double. They got 12 points from Luke Cornett off the bench with a total of 31 points from the bench. And that was the name of that tune. Celtics win that game, 120 to 114, 120 to 114.
That was that. Then we're going to look at Philadelphia and the Nets. The Nets at home. Philly went down to New York, New Jersey, wherever they are. They beat them. 134 to 105. The Nets didn't have enough for them. So They are in the playoffs, however. My partner,
You know,
turn the music down. Turn the music down.
is the music up?
Get the music up.
Turn it down. Come on. You know, we're just disconnected. How's that? Make it easy.
Still playing. Still playing.
You're kidding me. Music?
No. There we go. Good job.
Oh, these things are working again.
Okay. Okay, we start off with Utah Watanabe. 33 minutes, 3 of 8 shooting for a big 9 points. I went through all that.
Watanabe.
I went through all that for 9 points.
For 9 points. I know. Just next time, just call him Mr. YW. Utah wannabe.
Mr. Mikal Bridges. I don't know what they listed him. He didn't do no minutes. He got 0 across the board. Why is he even listed? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I guess he might have needed a game to play in order to get an incentive in his contract.
Oh my God.
That's the only reason I can think of.
I don't know. Day'Ron Shop, 25 minutes. He did 2 for 6 shooting for a big 5 points. Mr.
Brooklyn
Mills.
didn't want to play today.
I don't know. Patty Mills, 35 minutes, 3 of 11 shooting for 12 points. The only person who didn't play was Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas gave him 43 minutes, 16 of 29 shooting for 46 points.
Somebody had to shoot that ball.
I guess so. And let's see. From their bench, they got Mr. Gray. We got Gray. Mr. Gray, 35 minutes, 6 of 12 shooting for 16 points. Then you got Mr. Duke Jr., David Duke Jr., 45 minutes, 15. The bench only gave him 33 points.
33 points.
And
was not enough.
105 was not enough to beat the Philadelphia.
Not enough. Definitely not enough. They didn't have enough firepower.
I don't know.
They came out shooting blanks.
All right, looking at Philadelphia. Mr. McDaniels, Jalen McDaniels, gave him 18 minutes, 4 of 7 shooting for a big 8 points. Mr. Daniel House Jr. gave him 23 minutes, 3 of 11 shooting for 9 points. Mr. Reed, Paul Reed, gave him 28 minutes, 8 of 15 shooting for 17 points. Mr. Milton.
My man, Shake Milton. Shake Milton.
8 of 13 for 20. And Mr. Springer, Jaden Springer. 2 minutes. 0 points.
2 minutes. What was that all about? He got dressed for 2 minutes.
I don't know. But the bench came in strong. We got Mr. Lewis King, 29 minutes, 8 of 13 shooting for 20 points.
Dedrick Dedman made an appearance.
Mac McClung, 33 minutes for 20 points. Dwayne Dedham, gave him 19 minutes. Dedman. Dedrick Dedman. 14 points. Mr. Harrell. Montrezl Harrell gave him 21 minutes for 15 points. And Mr. Korsmaz.
Yeah. There was a Frank Korsmaz site.
Sixers gave him 80 points off the bench. Jeepers, Chris.
Yeah. 68 points off the bench. Everybody got to play.
134 to 105. Next game.
That did it. Well, it's been a dismal season for the Charlotte Hornets, yes. Charlotte only won 27 games, and, well, they only had won 26 before this. But Charlotte ended the season well. They went into Cleveland, who did not care, and they won 106-95. Charlotte takes the last game of the season, which emphasizes nothing, nothing at all. Let's start off with Charlotte because they're really losers, and I'm just going to get them out the way, okay? Mr. J.T. Thor played 31 minutes and gave him 5 points. Mark Williams, who was really the star of the team, and gosh, I don't know how the Celtics slept on Mark Williams. That's a man among boys out there. 30 minutes, 22 points. Theo Maledon, 42 minutes, 18 points. Cyril Mihalik played 35 minutes, gave you 16. And Bryce McGowan played 33 minutes and gave you 22 points. What did we get off the bench? we have Nick Richards, who came off the bench playing 18 minutes, giving you 11 points, and James Bouknight. It's the same name of a guy I went to high school with, Mr. James Bouknight. It's spelled the same way. It's unbelievable, but it looks nothing like James Bouknight, but he has to be a relative. Played 27 minutes, got you 12 points. The bench gave you 23 points, and that was it for Charlotte of their 106 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers really did not come to play, so it doesn't matter. They started anybody who wanted to play, and that included Dean Wade, which nobody had heard of before this. He played 24 minutes and gave you 9 points. Evan Mobley played 12 minutes. He's a starter, but they just gave him out there and gave the team some continuity. He gave you 6 points. Chris Osman, I believe that's, well, Mr. Osman, 16 minutes, 4 points. Wow, this is terrible. Nobody on the starting team scored over 9 points. Jared Allen, 12 minutes, 4 points. Ricky Rubio, 26 minutes, 6 points. And that's the reason why they lost. Okay, off the bench, Danny Green came in and gave him 13. Then we have Robin Lopez, who's the twin brother of Brook Lopez, who plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. Except Brook Lopez looks like a basketball player, and Robin looks like a tennis player, and he plays like one also. He was out there for 19 minutes, it looks like, and gave them 10 points. Raul Neto played 22 minutes and gave him 13, and Sam Merrill played 26 minutes and gave him 17 points. And that's the reason why the Cleveland Cavaliers lost, because nobody in the starting lineup gave him over 9 points. The bench tried, but it wasn't enough.
They went on vacation before vacation.
They was like, you know what, we got some games coming up, let these guys play. And even the people who started didn't want to play.
Nope. All right, Orlando went down to Miami, and the Heat won. Orlando.
He put a hurting on them.
Magic lost.
The Magic lost. Now, the Magic should have won this game.
They should have.
Should have, could have, would have.
Mr. Franz showed up. Franz Wagner, 15 minutes, 2 of 5 shooting for a big 10 points.
That's not showing up.
Mr. Wendell Carter Jr. showed up 16 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
0 for 3 shooting with a big 0.
0 points.
Big 0. Mr. Markel Fultz showed up with 11 minutes, 3 of 6 shooting for 7 points. Mr. Jalen Suggs, 15 minutes, 3 of 6 shooting for 8. These guys shouldn't have got paid.
8 points.
That's crazy. Mr. Khalib Houston, 34 minutes, 6 of 15 shooting for big 21. At least he played a little bit of competitive.
Yeah, there we go. Little rim shot there.
A little something. Chama Okeke gave him 33 minutes for 14 points.
Oh, my gosh.
Mr. Kevin Harris gave him 27 minutes for 22 points. And just wasn't enough.
Just wasn't enough for them.
Just wasn't enough. We look at Miami.
They didn't play anybody either. Well, not really.
So we got Mr. Haywood Highsmith, 27 minutes, 1 of 3. Oh,
Double
shoot.
H.
Oh, shoot.
2 points.
Big 2 points.
2 points.
Wow.
We get another rim shot.
Bam Adebayo gave him 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Shooting for 4 points.
They put him out there in the first quarter and never put him in again.
Oh, my God. Gabe Vincent, 7 minutes, 1 of 2 for 2 points. Tyler Harrell, 9 minutes, 2 of 3 shooting for 4 points. And Mr. Struss, Max Struss, 11 minutes, 0 for 2 shooting for a big 0. What the world, man.
Oh, gosh. Well, wait a minute. Udonis Haslem.
Udonis? He came in 25 minutes, 24 points.
Ooh, he ain't played all year.
Duncan Robinson, 35 minutes, 20 points. Jamal Cain, 19 minutes, 18 points. Let's see.
Gosh.
Mr. Omer Yurtseven. 24 minutes, 5 of 9, shooting for 14 points.
And Victor Oladipo.
23 minutes, 7 of 12 for 19 points. And the bench won the game for him because the starters sure could have stayed home.
The bench, oh my gosh, what did they score? Did they score 100 points themselves?
The bench scored 111 points.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, this is the reason why that the Magic should have won, because the Magic starters should have came in and played the minutes. I mean, these guys are starters. Markel Fultz, France Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., they're starters. Bol, he's almost a starter, and he didn't give him anything. And they're not going to be in the playoffs. I mean, the season is done for them, so they might as well just give it all their last game, and they just did not care.
That's play like the All-Star game is no longer really competitive anymore. So when they get to the end of the season, their competitiveness is just gone.
Well, the All-Star game, okay, in theory, it should be competitive, but still, when you're out there and you're a team and you're playing your last game and they're starting their bench and you can't beat them, let's move on.
Yeah.
The Indiana Pacers. Yes, the Indiana Pacers, they traveled. They traveled to New York. Indiana, which has had a very disappointing season and hasn't done much of anything the whole season. Matter of fact, they've only won 35 games and they've lost 47 total. Went to New York and beat New York, the 5th seed. New York, who's won 47 games and lost 35. So it's a matter of fact, the opposite. Yeah, they lost. Well, the Pacers beat them 141 to 136, 141 to 136. And I hate to tell you, it was kind of close until the last quarter when the Pacers stuck it to them. Let's start off with the losers, which would be the New York Knicks. Obi Toppin, who's been in the league either 3 or 4 years now, not sure which one it is starting to show out. Obi played 37 minutes, was 13 for 23, and scored 37 points, was a +7 in the plus-minus column. So New York did not lose because of him. Mitchell Robinson, always a steady player. This guy here, he and Mark Williams of Charlotte, two of the best all-around centers in the Eastern Conference. They never get any notice because they don't try to score a lot of points. Mitchell Robinson, 27 minutes, 4 for 10, 9 points, a +18. They didn't lose because of him. R.J. Barrett got out there. He played 37 minutes, a quiet 37 minutes, 7 for 16, 18 points. Emmanuel Quickly, 37 minutes, 9 for 22, 30 points. And Quentin Grimes, 32 minutes, 8 for 13, 22 minutes. All of the starters were in plus. They were in the plus side. Let's get to the bench. Well, on the bench, Jay Hartenstein, 21 minutes, 4 for 7, 8 points. Well, I'm just going to read this off you. -23, -12, -16, and -29 are Jay Hartenstein, McBride, Evan Fournier, and Josh Hart. And that's the reason why the New York Knicks lost. The bench gave them a total of 23 points, which definitely was not enough, seeing that they lost by 5. All the bench had to do was give them 10 points, 10 more points, 33 points, and they could have won, but they couldn't do that. No, they sat down and gave up. Indiana, which had nothing to play for, came out and actually played. Jay Nwara, 23 minutes, 19 points. Aaron Nesmith, should have did better. I'm still looking for better things from Aaron. 25 minutes, 14 points. Emmanuel Jackson, he did Emmanuel Isaiah, I'm not sure. Let's say Mr. Jackson, 26 minutes, 6 points. Aaron Nebhard, 38 minutes, 19 points. And Benedict Mathurin, 37 minutes, 26 points. The bench gave him 57 points, which is, double of what the New York bench gave him, and that's the reason why they lost. They got 12 points from O'Shea Brissett, 17 points from old George Hill. He's old as the hills. And 15 points from Chevalo Hyde, also known as Buddy. And the Indiana Pacers take the game 141 to 136.
Let me move on down. The Bucks went down to the Raptors, and the Raptors spanked that booty. Spanked that booty.
Let's keep it clean.
Bucks just decided to go on a doggone
hiatus.
Yeah,
the Bucks didn't feel like they should play. Did they start anybody? No.
Nope.
All
right,
Javon Carter has only started. He's not even a starter. He comes off the bench.
All right, so we have Mr. Jay Crowder, 25 minutes for 13 points.
Their big pickup.
Bobby Portis, 18 minutes, 7 and 14 for 16 points.
Mr. Beauchamp.
Good work, man. Good job. Marjon Beauchamp, 30 minutes, 4 of 10 for 10 points. And our boy, Mr. Leonard, Myers Leonard,
Myers Leonard, yeah, back in the league.
31, 3 of 4 for 10. And we have Mr. Javon Carter,
And
20
look at
minutes,
this. Thanasis Antetokounmpo actually played. They gave him
14.
some run.
Yeah, he got that big 14 points.
28 minutes, 14 points. Goran Dragic, 21 minutes, 14 points. What's going on here?
Wigginton, Lindell Wigginton gave him 27 minutes for 17 points.
I'd never heard of him before.
Wow.
What is it? G League we call. Just being serious. Good
Hey.
job, Mr. Wigginton. You got your name in the books. You did a great job. 27 minutes and 17 points.
All right, let's look at Toronto. Precious Anchua, 28 minutes, 6 of 11 for 14. Mr. Barnes, Scotty Barnes, 22 minutes, 4 of 9 for a big 8 points. Mr. Jacob Patel, 11 minutes, 3 of 6 for 6 points.
Jakob, that's Jakob Puerto.
Jakob.
Jakob.
Mr. Malachi Flynn, 36 minutes, 7 of 14 for 20 points. And then we have Mr. Gary Trent Jr., 27 minutes, 7 of 13 for 23 points. Let's see. Mr. Bocher came off the bench. Chris Bocher gave him 20 minutes for 10 points. Mr. Ron Hopper Jr.
Woo, Ron Hopper Jr.
Ron Hopper, is he still around?
That's Ron
No,
Hopper Jr.
That's Junior because he's 22.
That's Junior.
Yeah. Wow. 22 minutes for 10 points. Let's see. Delano Banton. Banton gave 19 minutes for 11 points.
And Will Barton.
Mr. Will Barton gave him 14 minutes for 12 points. It was enough to win over the number one.
There we go.
Number one.
There we go. Can't complain about that. They got a W.
That's all that
What do we got
matters.
here?
Washington Rockets, Houston Rockets, and Washington Wizards.
Two teams that have been eliminated. Who wanted it more? Looks like Houston. Houston traveled to Washington and beat them 114 to 109. 114 to 109. Talk about a dismal season for the Washington Wizards. They have Kyle Kuzma, Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and Corey Kispert, and they still cannot win. And Johnny Lee Davis. Let's just go with Washington. Isaiah Todd, 45 minutes. He was the weakest link. In 45 minutes, he scored 7 points, which is 1 point above 6, and a point less than 8. Yes. Well, you know, if he just had to give him 7 more, they could have won. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. Corey Kispert, 12 minutes. And Corey only played 12 minutes and gave him 18 points. Xavier Cooks played 38, gave him 10. Jordan Goodwin played 30 and gave him 22. And Johnny Lee Davis played 40 minutes and gave him 13. The bench gave him a total of 39 points, from Kendrick Nunn's 12 to Quentin Jackson's 19. And that was it for Washington. Still a disappointment. They expected much better out of the Wizards this season, but it didn't happen. And for the Rockets, who had even a worse season than the Wizards. Yeah, the Rockets, they won only 23 games. 22 games. 22 out of 82 games they won. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen with the Rockets? I don't know. Anyway, Jabari Smith, 31 minutes, 20 points. Kenyon Martin Jr., 21 minutes, 12 points. We have Alperen Sengun. That's right, Alperen Sengun, 24 minutes, 12 points. Josh Christopher, 30 minutes and 13 points. And Jalen Green, who always shoots a lot, did not shoot that much this game. Played 27 minutes, 5 for 11, 14 points. There was a Frank Kaminsky sighting. Frank got off the bench and actually got some minutes in, 17 of them for 7 points. Tari Eason gave him 16. And Boban Marjanovic, yeah, the guy who's 7 foot, like 8, Boban. Yeah, well, he got off the bench for one of the few times in the year and gave him 10 points and 30 13 minutes. And, well, Houston won. Houston won. Yes, they did. They won that game.
2:30. Then we have Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls. Detroit went all the way down to Chicago to lose.
Well, that happens. They've been known to lose a lot of games. Detroit. Matter of fact, Detroit, it has the worst record in the league by far. They're in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. They will get the most balls in that popcorn ball machine that's going to be used to throw things around.
They got a bunch of injuries, so I don't know how they got the injuries. They ain't winning.
Injuries? How they get injuries? They can't win a game. They can't. They're not playing. Listen, let's just go on.
Yeah. All right, let's pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Wiseman, James Wiseman, 25 minutes, 4 of 9 shooting for 11 points. Mr. Jalen Duren, 35 minutes, 2 of 5 for 4 points. Mr. Jaden Ivey, 37 minutes, 7 of 20 shooting for 16 points. Mr. R.J. Hampton, 3 minutes, 0 points. I don't know if he went out injured or what. Mr. Killian Hayes, 39 minutes, 8 of 18 for 26 points. He was a high scorer. Mr. Bagley came off the bench. Marvin Bagley gave him 19 minutes, 5 of 12 for 12 points.
Marvin.
And they pulled off 81 points total. Chicago Bulls, they got Mr. DeMar DeRozan, 24 minutes, 7 of 15 for a big 16 points.
DeMar DeRozan is going to be so unhappy. You went through a whole year and didn't get his name right not once. DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan.
DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan. I know it's a strange name anyway. What are we going to do with that? There's nothing we
Mr.
can say.
Nikola Vucevic. How about that? 17 minutes, 4 of 9 for a big 8 points. Your man, Patrick Beverly, 24 minutes, 1 of 3 for a big 2 points. Mr. Alex Caruso, 15 minutes, 1 of 3 for a big 2 points. Big time Levine, Zach Levine.
They let Zach play?
Zach played.
What are they thinking of?
26 minutes, 6 of 15 for a big 17 points. And
that's so wrong.
Their bench actually carried them this game, but it gave them that 103 that they needed to win over the Pistons.
I don't know why they would let Zach play.
Why not?
He's a starter. He's one of the high. Well, they played DeMar DeRozan too. Why are they playing these guys at the end of the game? I mean, at the end of the season, when it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. Let's see what they. Oh, they got to play in. They're going to lose anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think they play the Raptors. Let's move on. We have the San Antonio Spurs traveling. Let's see, San Antonio's traveling up in the big state of Texas to take on the Dallas Mavericks, who have that dynamic duo of Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. Neither of whom, I think that's the correct grammar pronunciation, neither of whom played. And, well, why not? They had a chance to make it into the playoffs, but they still didn't play them. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. San Antonio went in there and beat the pants off Dallas, 138-117. San Antonio, which has the second worst record in the league, behind, well, the Detroit Pistons, the aforementioned Detroit Pistons, with only 22 games. San Antonio and Houston are tied at 22 games apiece. Neither one of them are going to go anywhere. But 138-117, they beat the pants off of Dallas and Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Just disgusting.
Well, they didn't play, so they didn't beat them. They beat the team.
They beat the pants off them because they didn't even bother to play. It's just disgusting. The two of them are disgusting. Let's move on to the losers, the Dallas Mavericks, in more ways than one. Mr. Morris started, 27 minutes, 10 points. Mr. Bertans, 28 minutes, 19 points. Frank Ntilikina Got that one. 42 minutes. I hit it. Let's see. Is there a rim shot here? Can I get a rim shot? How's that? Killed it. Okay. Well, Frank didn't kill it, though. He only got 12 points. Mr. Pinson, 40 minutes and 23 points. And Mr. Hardy.
Theo Pinson.
Is it Theo?
Theo, yep.
Mr. Theo Pinson. Probably will never hear from him again. Hopefully we do. But he didn't. Well, he got 23 points.
There you go.
And Mr. Hardy. What do we got for Mr. Hardy?
Jaden Hardy.
Jaden Hardy played 28 minutes and gave him 25 points. Holiday. That's one of the Holiday brothers.
Justin Holiday.
That's Justin Holiday. So they got Justin, Giroux, and Aaron. 23 minutes. Well, he ain't going to get much playing time that way. And 5 points. Then we have Mr. Wright, the fourth, 13 points, and A.J. Lawson gave him 10 points.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough because San Antonio was feeling themselves mightily. How you like that one? Mightily. Okay. We have Sandra, Mama Lukila. Sandro, we're just going to go with Sandro Mamu. Sandro Mamu played 31 minutes, gave him 23 points. This guy's a keeper. I'd love to have this guy coming off the bench. I mean, as far as the Celtics play. Then we have Julian Champagny, 33 minutes, 16 points. Keita Bates, the opt, 24 minutes, 17 points. Trey Jones, 23 minutes, 13 points. And Malachi Branham. The smallest guy on the court has the biggest name. Well, actually, Cassandra has the biggest name. But 24 minutes and 20 points. Dominic Barlow gave him 21 points. Georgie Dang, who's been around for a little bit, gave him 13. And Blake Wesley gave him another 10 off the bench. And it was enough to kick the stuffing out of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday.
We went on down to Pelicans, went down to see the Timberwolves.
Woo!
No Zion
that
sights.
was a dogfight there, baby.
But Pelicans lose 108-113. Let's jump right into what we got. We got Mr. Brandon Ingram, 42 minutes for a big 42 points. He was in the mix. Herbert Jones gave him 39 minutes, 1 of 4 for 4 points.
I love Herbert in there.
He was the weakest.
I love that guy.
Mr. Jonas Valanciunas. 22 minutes, 5 of 14 for 11 points. Mr. McCollum. Where you at? CJ McCollum. 39 minutes, 9 of 24 for a big 23 points.
Also known as Christian McCollum.
Yes. Trey Murphy, the third. 40 minutes, 6 of 10 for a big 20 points. Their bench gave them a total of 8 points. And that's why they lost.
No bench. Easy to see.
Then we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mr. McDaniels, Jaden McDaniels, 9 minutes, 0 for 1 for a big 0. Oh, man, Rudy
I think he broke his hand in that game.
Did he? Oh, man.
Yeah, he went in, he got 2 fouls, and then he punched the wall and broke his hand.
Oh, that's nice. You got to practice.
I mean,
practice that more often. You'll play less games. You'll still get,
What do you say? What can you say?
For $2 million, think a little bit. Anyway,
I mean, they're going to the playoffs. They're in the play-in against the Lakers tonight.
Yes. Nice.
So he wants to go break his hand.
So you have to play?
So I don't have to play. When we lose, it's not going to be on me, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea what's going on. You don't have to bother me about it.
All right, moving on. Rudy Gobert, 13 minutes, 1 of 1 for a big 2 points.
Who was suspended for the next game?
Yeah, that's another one. He decided that he didn't want to be in the playoffs either, so he punched one of his teammates or something of that nature.
Yeah, yes, he did. He said, "You know what? This you can't talk to me like that."
Yeah, so I should punch you. Nice.
I'm going to punch you right now. You couldn't have broke an egg with that punch.
Oh, my God. Karl Anthony Towns, 36 minutes, 10 of 19, shooting 30 points. He came to play. Mr. Mike Conley, 34 minutes, 5 of 11, shooting 17 points. And then you have Mr. Anthony Edwards, 39 minutes, 8 of 12, shooting for a big 26 points. Prince came off the bench, and Torian Prince gave him 35 minutes.
Yeah, Torian Prince.
For a big 18
he always comes
points.
to play.
So, I mean, they won the game, but their self-control is out of control. And that's what shows.
Yeah, they won the game. They're going to play the Lakers, who are determined to at least win a buy-in game, and they're coming in short-handed.
Because of no good reason.
No good reason. No, you can't, they're arguing in the huddle during the timeout. And Rudy Gobert reaches over and, if it wasn't for all the movement, probably the guy wouldn't have noticed he was ever punched because it was just that weak.
It's not even giving
Moving
that much
right along here.
Moving on.
The Memphis Grizzlies traveled to OKC. And OKC, well, they defended home court, even though I don't know if they're going to be in the playoffs. Let's just take a good look at OKC here. A quick look. Oh, they're going to be in the buy-in. So OKC said, we don't care. We're fighting anyway. You don't scare us. Bada boom. We're in this darn thing. Let's get to work here. And they won the game, 115 to 111, 115 to 111. We have the Memphis Grizzlies, who lost, so we're going to go with him first. Zaire Williams, not Zion Williamson, who hasn't been seen since January. Zaire Williams played. He played 33 minutes, and he plays for the Memphis Grizzlies and not the Pelicans. 33 minutes, 24 points. Maybe they can make a trade for a guy who actually gets on the court and plays. Kenny Lofton, 40 minutes, 42 points. David Roddy, 43 minutes, 14 points. John Concha, 36 minutes and a big 2 points. Well, there's always next year. And Vince Williams, who was called up from the G League, played 48 minutes. He said, listen, you ain't taking me out, coach. I'm playing all 48 minutes. 6 for 21. He shot like he wanted to be there for 15 points. There was only one person off the bench who played, Mr. Gilead. Yep. He played 41 minutes for a big 3 points. He won't be called up next year, not with that performance. And now for the winners. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Jeremiah Robinson played 40 minutes, gave him 10 points. Ousmane Dieng, 45 minutes, 22 points. Oliver Sarr, 42 minutes, 22 points. Traymon, that's Trey Man, played 47 minutes, 24 points. And Mr. Butler, 46 minutes for 25 points. They got 12 points total from the bench. And so the names don't really matter. They won the game, 115 to 100, 150 to 100. And that's the name of that tune. Congratulations to a good season for the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Then we have the Kings. Went on down and checked out Denver. They figure they can't breathe too well with that high altitude, so they lost. 95 to 109. Nuggets won 109 to 95. Let's see. Starting for the Kings, we have Mr. Sabonis. Mr. Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, Mr. Sabonis. You love this guy, Domantas Sabonis. Every week you get the same guy, Domantas Sabonis.
The question that pronunciation.
You're like Sabonis.
19 minutes, 14 points.
This is what you gotta love here. Domantas Sabonis. His father played in that game that USSR beat the United States way back in '72 or something. Well, something like that. Who knows? It's rumored. Arvydas Sabonis.
All right, we got Mr. Harrison Barnes, 18 minutes, 5 of 7 for 17 points.
They made them play.
Yeah, we had Mr. Keegan Murray, 26 minutes, 6 of 12 for 14 points. We got big time Darian Fox, 18 minutes, 6 of 10 shooting for 13 points. And Mr. Huter, Kevin Huter, 21 minutes, 5 of 9, shooting for 12 points. And their bench gave them 25 points, all single digits, need to top 9.
That's a hard-working bench right there, 25 points. Last game of the season, and you come up with 25 points. I could have scored more than that in my sleep back in the day.
Mr. Peyton Watson, 26 minutes, 4 of 10 for Denver, 13 points. Big time Bruce Brown, 32 minutes, 9 of 17 for 21 points. Mr. Vatko Kankar, 22 minutes, 2 of 4 shooting for 11 points. Mr. Jordan, DeAndre Jordan. He's over there, huh? 27
He's still
minutes, 4
around.
of 3 for 6, yeah. Mr. Braun, Mr. Christian Braun, 23 minutes, 4 of 9 for 10 points. Mr. Najee came off the bench. Zeke Najee, 26 minutes, 8 of 16 for 18 points. Mr. Jackson gave him Reggie Jackson gave him 25 minutes, 7 of 11 for 16
7 for
points.
11.
7 of
He went
11.
out to eat.
There you go. And then we got Mr. Bryant, Thomas Bryant, 21 minutes, 5 of 8 for 12 points. But there was enough to win. 109 over the Kings, 95.
And that's really all that counts, right?
That's it. Win is a win is a win.
A win is a win is a win. And then we go to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Your favorite team.
Yes, once again, they outshot their opposition on the free throw line by 3 to 1.
No. Oh, no.
Yes, you'll be surprised to know that Utah went to Los Angeles. Utah went to Los Angeles to play the Lakers, and they lost 117 to 128, 117 to 128. The Lakers won their game. They're in the play-in, and the Jazz lost their game, and they were already eliminated anyway, so it really didn't matter if they won or lost. But I guess it mattered to them for pride because they actually played some of their guys. Okay, let's get off. Kelly Olynyk, our old friend Kelly Olynyk from Boston, played 29 minutes, scored 23 points. Then we have Luka Doncic, played 30 minutes, gave him 9 points. Udoka Azubuike, 27 minutes, 12 points. I did all that work for 12 points. Chris Dunn, 40 minutes, 26 points. And Ochai Agbaji played 27 minutes and gave him 8. Simone Fontecchio gave him 20 off the bench. Well, the bench only gave him 39 points. So after Fontecchio, it wasn't much to talk about. Let's get to the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, and believe me, you're going to find this exciting. This team, the Jazz, played the whole game and only shot 6 free throws. 6. Rim shot on that one. 6 free throws. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay? They played the whole game and they shot 21 free throws. 6 to 21. I can't make this up. I really can't make this up. You guys thought I was joking when I tell you they tilted in their favor all the time. This guy, let's just get through this. Anthony Davis played 34 minutes, 7 for 15. Love Anthony Davis, 16 points. Gerard Vanderbilt, 18 minutes, 5 for 7. He got to 12 points. And the guy who crowns himself as the king, the non-hardest working man in basketball. And if he don't get a call, oh my gosh, he's going to stand there and pout. He won't even go down the court. Yeah, he was 13 for 25, 8 for 14 from three-point. He stood out there posing most of the time for 36 points. Why not? The NBA allows it. Anything he wants to do, they'll let him do, including pose and shout at the refs. Never gets a tech. Look it up. When's the last time LeBron James gets a tech? Never. He shouts at him all the time. It's like Draymond Green, except Draymond Green's even worse because he curses at him. But the rest of the league, if they go, are just smart. Even if they go like this, the ref gives them a tech. LeBron stomps his feet, shakes his head,
falls on the floor and get up.
Goes for oncoming traffic, and they don't say nothing. Well, D'Angelo Russell gave him 17, and Austin Reeves 34 minutes for 12 points. Rui Hachimura, 23 minutes, 12 points. And then we have, I think it's Mr. Christie. No, Malik Beasley came off the bench and gave him 13. The whole bench gave them 16, 19, 35 points. And the Los Angeles Lakers, who outshot the other team, 20 free throws, 21. How do you play a whole game and only get 6 free throws, which means they only made 3 calls for you? It's impossible. It's impossible. I feel like Crazy Eddie. It's impossible. It's just crazy. But it happens whenever you play the Lakers.
All right, the Clippers went on down to check out the Suns, and they won. LA Clippers
did.
The Suns, because the bench from the Suns couldn't hold up, I guess. Let's see what the Suns did.
That's right.
All right. We have Mr. Ish Wainwright, 32 minutes, 2 of 6 for a big 7 points. We have Mr. Josh Okaji, 30
Koji.
minutes, 4 of 13 for 13 minutes.
I love this next guy's name.
Jock Landale.
Jock. Jock Landell.
Jock Landale.
Jock. He's a
21,
jock.
21 minutes, 7 of 13 for a big 15 points. Mr. Landry Shamet,
Been around. He was with the Knicks.
18 minutes, 5 of 10 for 14. And the high scorer, Mr. Big Time Saban Lee, 44 minutes, 8 of 21 shooting for
25 minutes.
25 points.
25 points. 25 points.
Mr. Darius Baisley, 27 minutes, came off the bench, gave him 27 minutes, 7 of 13 for 16 points. And Mr. Ross, Terrence Ross, 31 minutes, 5 of 15 for 13 points, gave him a total of 114, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough, baby. Now in this day and age, you got to come with more than that.
Yeah. Let's see. Now in the Clippers, they came on down there and threw Mr. Nicholas Batum at him, 21 minutes for a big 0 points.
A big 0. That's true, too. He's not kidding you, ladies and gentlemen. Nicholas, or Nick Batum, as we call him, Nick, who's been around for, I think, about 10 to 12 years, 0 points. Didn't want to play.
34 years old.
Yeah, he didn't want to play. I don't know why the coach put him out there.
Still making $10 million, but
The guy's got to. They pay him.
Yeah.
But still, he got to play. I don't mind how much money he gets, but just play.
Yeah.
Score more than 0 points.
Mr. Kawhi Leonard, he came in there and gave him 36 minutes, 11 of 21 for his usual 25 points. Mr. Ivic Zubac, 25 minutes, 5 of 7 for 10 points.
Yep.
Your boy Russell Westbrook.
My man, he's back. Westbrook.
Big 40 minutes, 8 of 13 for 25 points.
He's still a hardworking guy. I can say if I say something negative about him, it doesn't discount the fact the guy plays every second he's out there.
Every game.
Every game.
Every game to play. Eric Gordon gave him 21 minutes for a big 6 points. Mr. Powell came off the bench as a high school. Norman Powell, 32 minutes, and gave him 29 points. But it was enough to beat the Phoenix Suns. 119 to 114. Game over.
So Kevin Durant didn't play, huh?
Nah.
None of them played.
No, they didn't play their starters.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And then the last game on Sunday, because all 32 teams played, there were 16 games. All 32 teams played. They wrapped it up. The Golden State Warriors traveled. They traveled to Portland to take on the Portland Trailblazers, and they just whooped the tar out of them. This is just like it's like the high school, the varsity taking on the freshmen, 157 to 101, 157 to 101. It's just disgusting. Let's just get to it. It's so to tell you how bad that they beat him. Draymond Green scored 9 points.
Oh my God!
9 points, which is usually 3 times as much as he scores. Maybe that's the reason why it's like a 157. They scored 3 times as much. He played 20 minutes, gave him 9 points. Kevin Looney, 21 minutes, 4 points. Steph Curry, 22 minutes, 26 points. Klay Thompson, 22 minutes, 20 points. And Dante DiVincenzo, he played 20. You know what? A lot of times we say these guys' names, and their names are longer than their stats. 20 minutes, 10 points, okay? Jonathan Kuminga gave him 15. Jordan Poole gave him 21, and Mr. Moody gave him 25 for a total of 157. And I don't know why I went with them first. I should go with the losers because it would have been quicker. Troy Warford, 11. Kevin Knox, 13. These are the starters. Warford, Knox, Mays, Sharp, and Jay Williams. Gave him 11, 13, 21, 18, and 17 points. They got a total of 21 points from the bench, which was far and away definitely not enough at any time, any place in the NBA these days. And they lost. So let's get to the standings. Milwaukee is at the top, 58, and they only won by 1 game. They only won this by 1 game.
And they was on a losing streak of 2.
Yep. Well, they
So
made it in.
there was
Milwaukee's on
one
top.
more.
Celtics is second. Philadelphia is third. Cleveland's fourth. New York is fifth. Brooklyn Nets are sixth. Miami Heat seventh. And then you have the Atlanta Hawks at the eighth. Now, how does this play-in go? So Atlanta has to play who tonight? And what about the Chicago? I mean, I think it should be Chicago and the Raptors play each other, and then they get to play the Atlanta Hawks. But tell me how this works, if you know. All right, who's playing tonight? Can we see if we can get a beat on that?
Tonight you got the Hawks playing the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
and you got the Timberwolves playing the Lakers.
Why are the Hawks playing the Heat?
So 7th place versus 8th.
8th place.
Right.
And then I guess what? 9th place, 10th. What are these jokers doing these days? Let's look at it a little bit. Let's see what the 12th is. Then you have Chicago playing Toronto. Oh, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, we could always hope for the Hawks beating the Heat. How about that?
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
Very doubtful though.
Nobody would lose any sleep over that.
No.
The Hawks beating the Heat. So I guess 7 plays 8 and 9 plays 10. And so whoever wins between 7 and 8 is
Plays
7.
the winner of 9 and
And
10.
whoever wins between 9 and 10 is actually 8.
Right.
Who thought of this? Who would do something like this? Okay? Because 9 and 10 should play each other to see who gets to play team number 8. Well, that would just be logical, and that's not the NBA. Let's move on to the Western Conference. What do we have here? I'll let you do this one.
Western Conference, we got Denver holding that number 1 spot. Memphis is number 2. Sacramento Kings number 3. Phoenix Suns number 4. Clippers number 5. Golden State number 6. The Golden State climbed because they show was coming in shabby in the beginning. Hopefully they don't go much further. You got Los Angeles pulling up number 7. Timberwolves 8. New Orleans Pelicans are in there 9. And Oklahoma, OKC, Thunder 10. I thought Dallas would have gotten in, and OK would have fell out, but OK won their last 2, and Mavericks lost their last 2.
And Dallas lost their last 2.
They'd have been in there. They'd have been there, but they didn't have enough gusto. I don't know what the problem is, but sometimes.
You're right. They don't have enough gusto below the waist.
Yeah, work it
There's
out.
no gusto. They're a bunch of quitters. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it. That's right. The 2 of them together would be half of what. Let's just say, listen. I don't think they got it in them. They don't have it in them. They don't have any fight in them. Okay. Right. There's no fight in Luka and there's no fight in Kyrie. They actually deserve to be together. Really, there's no fight in them. There's a lot of crying and complaining, but I don't know about fighting. So it looks like the Celtics will get to play whoever is the 7th seed, which is more likely going to be the Heat. I mean, the Heat. And Milwaukee will get to play the 8th seed, which is more than likely going to be the Raptors. Philadelphia is going to play the Nets, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to take on the Knicks.
Yeah.
And over in the West, Denver is going to more than likely play. I'm going with Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, I don't think Pelicans going much further.
Yeah, I'm going with the Thunder there. Hey, we're making predictions here. Yeah. Don't bet your house on this, anybody. Okay. And then Memphis Grizzlies will more than likely play the Lakers because the Timberwolves are missing 2 people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I think the Timberwolves are going to take this. Because the Lakers are going to be a little bit lax with Gobert out and the other guy out, McDaniels. They're going to think they got this game. James is going to be posing and primping and posing. And unless they call this game like they called Utah Jazz, where the Utah Jazz only got 6 fouls the whole game. The Timberwolves could win this. If the Timberwolves have anywhere close, they're not defeat those disparities not more than 10, I'm taking the Timberwolves in this. The refs are going to have to put on the thinking hat to rip this away for the Timberwolves because I know Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns are coming for bear.
Okay. I can go with that. So Oklahoma.
Then we have Sacramento Kings are going to play the Golden State Warriors. And the Phoenix Suns are going to play the LA Clippers.
Oh, Phoenix.
Now that's going to be a game.
Yeah, it'll be a good run. The Phoenix going to run that one, though.
Yeah, but LA, Russell Westbrook's playing good again. And I know I called him Westbrook, but I'm telling you, he's the hardest working man in the NBA. I listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. This guy plays 100%. If Kawhi Leonard does what he's supposed to do, here's going to be the rub. Can Westbrook pass the ball in the fourth quarter? Because that was the problem that always cracked OKC when they had Durant, when they had Westbrook and Durant. Westbrook wants to try to shoot the ball in the fourth quarter, and that's not his forte.
Yeah. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Westbrook. You might
stay in your lane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great season. Fantastic season. We brought it to you. We brought it to you each and every week, twice a week. The Western and the Eastern Conference. Mr. Erick James here. And
Mr. Clay Morris there.
And listen, it's been our pleasure. Remember, you are the most important people in sports. You're the fan. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Have fun. No cursing.
Don't punch your teammates.
No punching teammates. No punching brick walls just because you got a second foul. No demanding that you want to get off your team because they won't extend your contract the way you want, and then you end up in Dallas, and your team that you left makes the playoff, and the team that you went to doesn't. What? What?
Yeah,
he doesn't care. I hate to tell everybody because my man here, one of my favorite people in the world, my compadre here, Mr. James. He likes Mr. Urban. Really likes him, and this guy couldn't give a whit. It's either pay me or whatever. Next team, please.
He lacked team player.
Listen, guys, we had a ball as usual. Mr. James.
Sir.
It's been my pleasure to be with you on this Tuesday.
Likewise.
When I see you on Thursday. We won't have too much to discuss. What we will discuss are the upcoming games, ladies and gentlemen, which will be coming up between the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 seeds.
That's it.
We'll discuss those things. But until then, enjoy yourself. Have fun. You have to go. You have someplace to go. Press an appointment, and I will get out of your way. Everybody, have a good day. It's been fantastic. Great to see you.
See you Thursday.
This Thursday. Listen, we got some music. How about this music going out? I can't hear it. So
turn it up. Turn it up.
Is the volume okay?
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Love you all. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.